Cherie Hanson here. I'm going through the 6 pillars of self esteem with you, segment by segment, to let you see how excited I am that I'm learning these things. Yay for learning! Um, I'm looking at number 5 today, the practice of living purposefully. Make your goal your conscious purpose in this life. Do not pass anything to others that is yours to do. And I call this being a grown-ass adult. Your life is yours. Your life is in your hands. Your life is the result of your visions, your decisions, your intentions. So take charge. To live purposefully means to live at a high level of consciousness. And this is the interesting part. We can be blind. We can be numbed and unaware in our lives. Sometimes we don't even see ourselves doing something. What was that I did the other day? I thought was, opened the freezer door and then walked away. And when I got home from shopping, I'm going, the freezer door is open. In that moment, it was exactly like so many other times in my life. When I had a job that was making me sick and miserable, when I was living in a place that was uncomfortable and cold and noisy, all of the decisions that I had made that I refused to be conscious of. I don't see it. I don't understand it. I don't feel it. And if we're in this state of blindness, we can't make a chance of our life. We can't change our life. Daydreams are not efficacy. Hey, this is the truth. If I sit around and distract myself, drink alcohol, spend money, run up my visa, just keep doing the hamster wheel, the repetition, the same thing. And I am daydreaming. I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next month, I'll do it next year, I'll do it next decade. It'll be good. But what we come to know when we study people's behavior is that self-discipline is a survival mechanism. Without self-discipline, you don't get a darn thing done. You just dream about it or fantasize about it or shove it aside. It's important that you form goals in your life and then design actions to achieve those goals, and then you step back and you monitor them. Did this work? Did this action work? Did this action work? Are you allowing another person to hold your soul in their hands? And this is really important right now when the world is falling in and when the consensual norm is being constructed by the masses. We think that if we're weak enough or we surrender ourselves enough, that somebody will come and hold me. That's your soul. That's your job to hold on to that. And I thought it was really interesting when he said, the power in your life lies in your source of wealth and not in your wealth. Shall we go through that? What is your source of wealth? Your source of wealth is the skills you have built, sometimes by failing miserably, falling on your face, trying to put the wrong screwdriver in the wrong screw. But when we build skills, when we build ability, now we're in a place where we will always build wealth. And we cannot decide to just lay down in the road and faint like a Victorian fine lady. There is a discipline that also comes into our lives, which I thought was really interesting. I really liked it. It's the discipline of kindness. In other words, I will teach myself that it is never okay to be unkind to another human being. Never. Not for a second. Not a critical remark. Not a besmirching of their ego. None of that. And so we build up a mind habit of kindness. It's kind of like learning how to bowl really well. You always get a strike. It's wonderful. Look at that. And what did I just do with my behavior right now? I did kindness. So build that up. Number 6 pillar is personal integrity. When we lose faith in our own eyes, we are lost. When we lose faith in our own values, we are lost. When we lose faith in what is a kind and compassionate action as opposed to a triggered hostile action, then we lose who we are meant to be. We're lost to ourselves. When we feel guilt in our lives, the word for that is self-reproach. Now, that's not going to help you. Never once in the time I was growing up did my parents yelling at me that I was an idiot and couldn't do things spur me on to become excellent. It doesn't work. And I think of a puppy. You know, you have a puppy in the house and it pees or poops on the floor, so you rub its nose in it. And that's what we do to ourselves. We go like, oh, you made a mistake. You made a big mess. I'm going to just rub your nose in it and make you feel horrible about yourself. Well, that's not effective. That's not the way to go. Which areas of your life do you fail to live fully in integrity? And what I mean by that is, if I believe that I will live healthier and longer if I'm not drinking alcohol, then I stop drinking alcohol. I don't keep drinking alcohol because what I've just done is I've shown myself I can't keep my promises to myself. I don't trust her. She says nice things, but she never does it. So, be in a place where you live by your own light, by your own conscience, by your own moral compass. No one else, no one outside of myself, not a single person outside of myself can determine what I think or feel about myself when I am responsible. You can't get me. What we do tend to do is we will go into self-chosen blindness. Well, it's not that bad, I said as I worked 75-hour weeks and ended up with cancer and and rheumatoid arthritis. It was that bad. I'm sorry. So telling yourself, I don't know, it's not bad. We have to be really courageous. We have to be the kind of people that are going to look into the fire, look into the flame, look at what you're doing so that we can correct it, so that we can take better care of ourselves. External influences do not help us honor ourselves. External influences will not make you feel honorable. They can give you badges and ribbons and money and all the rest of it. It does not change your self-esteem. It's a puff of smoke that disappears in the wind. When we have a child who experiences acceptance, who experiences clear limits, which are negotiable, when we see a child who is always treated with dignity, when we see a child that is expected to meet high standards for behavior, and when a child is born to parents who have high self-esteem, you now have a person who has magnificent self-esteem. The greater a child's terror and the earlier it is experienced, the harder the task of building a strong and healthy sense of self is. They will internalize powerlessness. They will internalize invisibility. They will internalize trying to get all the love from outside of themselves. And now they're lost. We're back to lost. Love is never felt when it's conditional. Please listen to that. If I only love you when you do something that I want, the person that I'm trying to give love to will not take it in because it's not real. What we learn when we're raised in chaotic childhoods is that self-repudiation is the price of love. So if, for instance, my parents want to go bowling with me and I don't like bowling, I will go bowling because I will not honor my own sense of what I would do and don't want to do. I'll give it up. I'm a hostage. I'm a hostage to their love. Then the next thing that I think is really important, and we'll end pretty soon on that one. My mind went just, oh my God, I had never known this. Congruent behavior makes us feel safe. Congruent behavior means when I do this, then this happens. When I make an effort or when I'm happy, my parents are happy with me. But if you're in a home where you cannot predict what your parents are going to do next, like my home, then we come to a place where we feel invisible. And why is that? It's because when I do something, it is sometimes good and sometimes bad. Therefore, I don't exist. I don't have efficacy. I don't have a 3D reality. So we find a child who feels unsafe. And he had some very good statements that I wrote down and enjoyed. I would not feel so alienated from other people if my parents had been predictable and congruent. I would not have felt so alienated from other people. I would not have felt like a member. I would have felt like a member of the human race instead of an alien. I would have felt safe instead of always terrified. I would have felt visible. I would have felt loved. I would have felt hope for my future. I would have felt like a member of my family. I would have felt connected. And here's the one that's so interesting. If my parents' behavior had been congruent with my behavior, I would have felt sane. It's crazy town when one time you do the dishes, you get $5, and the next time somebody beats you. You feel insane. I would have been helped to understand myself, understand what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. I would have felt that I had a home in my home or in the home in myself, in my own body. I would have felt that I belonged to myself. And so these are the things to really start to look at in terms of the effect of having a chaotic childhood home and how it changes our relationship with ourselves. I hope that there's something that you heard here today that helps you understand a little bit more. I like to think of it, I call it this, how your eggs were scrambled. Yes, I do say that. Why isn't it just an egg? It's all scrambled. Well, this is why. I want to mention this is the sweater that my mother wore in 1955, and I've had it in my drawer for a long time, but I really like it, so I wore it today. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please subscribe. Let's drive the numbers up so more people can enjoy the flow of information I'm getting in that just makes everything so much clearer to me, especially me, so much clearer to me. And if you want a psychic reading, you want a card reading, you want coaching session, get a hold of me. I am helping people because I know the path, know it so well. I wouldn't say I could walk it blindfolded, but perhaps that's true. Thank you for watching my video. I appreciate you.